Good afternoon. This is the Rooftop Sports, and here I am for Mariners baseball. And this is my second game of the day. I'm on a second game on a double header where the Seattle Mariners are going to be going up against the Los Angeles Angels. And it's game 4 of this 4-game series. The Mariners have already won the series, but they're going to have to go for that sweep if they're going to want to stay alive for the playoff race, or let alone try to win that division. And here we are. Today's matchup is going to be George Kirby going against Kyle Hendricks. Kyle Hendricks is 7-9 with a 4.58 ERA, and George Kirby is 8-7 with a 4.56. So not exactly having a good season, not a great season, but he's still one of our starters. And I'm probably not going to get much audience today because it is going to be a tough game, I think. And they still have to win the series. I mean, they won the series, but they're going to have to go for the sweep. The good news is the Atlanta Braves is on the verge of victory. They are probably going to win 8-3. Royals are pretty much out of the race at this point. But the Mets and the Rangers are very much in that. So that's going to be another game to pay attention to. And now looking at the standings. Let's look at the standings right now. And my feed is just really, really slow. And it's going to be Mariners are tied for the division. And then for the wild card, as Houston has now that spot, they are now, or if the Mariners, they're also 2 games ahead on the division. Also, there's a chance to get the second wild card spot as well. So there is opportunities, a lot of opportunities for the Mariners to make the playoffs thus far. And also, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And to those that were here for the Seahawks game, I really do thank you. And as a celebration for the Seahawks winning, and my live feed is just really pooping out, cheers to the Seahawks winning today. And I'm going to use a different live streaming because this one's really slow. I'm going to probably use this one. Okay, so maybe not that one. How about this one? The same one. And this live stream is just really unforgivably slow. I have no idea what's going on with my live streaming. We're going to have to fix this before this game really gets started. And it's about to get started. And let's fix it as fast as I possibly can. Just trying to get the game up and running. I mean, I don't know what is going on. It's just not letting me play it. Not at all. It's very frustrating when the game's not playing. The game has already pretty much started. Let's see if I can get this one to work. Almost none of them are working right now. Game has still not started. And let's look at the lineup for the Seattle Mariners today. We got Mike Trout, for the Angels, got Mike Trout, then Moncada, Taylor Ward, Joe Adell. We got Moore, Davison, Guzman, Rivero, and Teodiso. And then for the Mariners, we got Randy Arozarena, Cal Raleigh, and looks like the game has already begun. It's been well in the beginning, and I'm going to try to use my phone to see if I can get this to work. And it's really frustrating that my live streaming is just not working at all. This happens all the time. I think it's because I just have really bad internet. I mean, me and my family just went with T-Mobile, which I was very questioning it, and now my questioning thoughts are very well validated. Gonna have to figure this out. And Appreciate the flexibility by everyone. Gonna try my phone instead. Yeah, these ads, man. The Mariners game is very much behind. I wonder how many outs there are so far. It's at 2-2 for Mike Trout going up against George Kirby.
Wait, you actually made $64 just for being right about that? Yeah, you made a trade on Koshi. $64. That's a thing, like real money. Oh yeah, it's a real trading app, but instead of stocks, it's real world stuff like gas, brother. Dude, we argue about this in the group chat all the time. Exactly.
These ads are just so slow.
Oh, tons. Inflation rise, interest rates, all kinds. That's kind of genius, right? What would you trade on? Probably gas again, or if eggs keep getting more.
Finally. Obviously, I don't have the game on right now because my internet has literally just betrayed me. I'm gonna try to see if I can find another way to access the Mariners game. Because my internet is just absolutely atrocious. Now the question is, am I going to get the game or not? And it looks like I finally got it. All right, now we can smoothly move on to this game. Now here's the pitch to Moncada, and that is low for a ball, and it's going to be 2-2 count. And everyone, thank you for your patience with me, as now we're at 2-2 on Moncada. It's 1 out and nobody on, and now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be 2 outs. And now next up to the plate, it's going to be Taylor Ward. He's batting .224, and now the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. Now we're at 0-1. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to J.P. Crawford. Toss over the first in time, and that's going to be the easy 1-2-3 inning. And now we go into the bottom of the first, and it is still no score. Or it is no score. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thin crust.
Commercial break is still on the move. And I finally got a couple audiences in here. I wonder who I have. And we are back from the break, and it's going to be Randy Arozarena up to the plate. Got Arozarena, Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, Josh Naylor, Polanco, Suarez, Canzone, Leo Rivas, and J.P. Crawford. And now here is Randy Arozarena up to the plate. Now the pitch, and that's going to be right in there for a strike. Really could use someone to be with me. And now here is the pitch to Arozarena. Now here's going to be a ground ball. And that's going to get right through for a base hit. And now Randy Arozarena gets it started. Now we got Cal Raleigh up to the plate. And you would think Hendricks is going to be a lot more careful on this one. And now here's Cal Raleigh up to the plate. Now here's the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to deep left center field. And that is gone! That is a home run for Cal Raleigh, a 2-run home run on the very first pitch. Congratulations to Cal. He has tied Mickey Mantle for the most home runs by a switch hitter of 54. And one more, he will be the king of most home runs by a switch hitter. Deservedly gets the standing ovation, obviously. And he gets the high five from Randy Arozarena. And the fans are happy. I am happy. Mariners get on the board to make it 2-0 off a 2-run home run by Cal Raleigh. And what a moment in history this is. This is a really big historic moment for Cal Raleigh. He ties Mickey Mantle for the single season record for the most home runs by a switch hitter. Welcome to 54. Now let's get 55. What a way to start this game. Still getting I don't know if he's going to get the curtain call. Not necessary yet till he gets 55. Yep, he's going to get the curtain call. He gets that. And what an amazing moment for Cal Raleigh. Congratulations to you, sir. Cal Raleigh. Meet Mickey Mantle. Meet Cal Raleigh. And now it's going to be Julio Rodriguez. And that's going to be a ball. Mickey Mantle, meet Cal Raleigh. And this was a record that's been hanging for years. Now the pitch. Now it's going to be a ground ball right to third base and a throw to first. And that's going to be in time. I want to look at Mickey Mantle. Home runs by switch hitter. Mickey Mantle did it in 1961. Lance Berkman was the closest one to it, along with Chipper Jones. Berkman had 45, and Chipper Jones had 45 in 2000 for Berkman and 99 for Chipper Jones. 52 also for Mickey Mantle. And now the pitch. And that is a strike. Mickey Mantle played from 1951. He was a center fielder / first baseman. He played all the way until 1968. He had a very long career, a very accomplished career. Now the pitch, that's going to be popped up into third base area, and he makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 outs. I'm sure Mickey Mantle is up there from the heavens saying, congratulations to you. I wonder if Mickey Mantle has any children. Does he have any children? It looks like he does. It's David Mantle and Danny Mantle. He is 69 years old. He was born in 1955. And also Danny Mantle, also the son of Mickey Mantle. Well, a lot of kids. So maybe I wonder if they're all going to be in attendance. And that's going to be popped up and fouled by Jorge Polanco. As now we're at 1-1. Cal Raleigh making history. And now it's going to be 1-1. It's 1-1, and now here's the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner that gets off of the glove, and that is going to be a base hit. And I wonder if Polanco's going to go to second base. He will with 2 outs, and now you got Eugenio Suarez, and he has a chance to extend this inning. And the lead for the Mariners, most importantly. Now here's Eugenio Suarez up to the plate. Now here is the pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball. This will do it for this inning. Throw to first in time. But that's going to retire the side. And once again, congratulations to Cal Raleigh tying Mickey Mantle for 54 home runs. Most home runs by a switch hitter. Did it in the opposite way. And congratulations.
Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck.
All right. Very good. And we are back from the break. And now here is Joe Adell. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. And the pitch, low for a ball. And now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. That could be trouble. Throw to first in time. And that is a great play by J.P. Crawford. And now we've got 1 out. And that's going to be a strike for Moore. And now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. Lions beat the Bears 52-21. And now the pitch. And that is a strike. And that is Christian Moore, who is up to the plate. Because now we're at 0-2, and now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, a strikeout for George Kirby. And now we've got 2 outs. It's been a very smooth game for the Seattle Mariners. And now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. They're talking about Cal Raleigh, where his next 3 home runs will be related to history. It will be 55, which means he'll break the record of Mickey Mantle. And now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. 56 means he ties Ken Griffey Jr. for the most home runs by a Seattle Mariner. And then 57 means he breaks the record. And hopefully I will be there for the show to do so. But the thing is, he may not break that. By the timing, he probably may not beat that record at home in Seattle. And now here is the 1-2 pitch. And that is low for a ball. And that is going to be 2-2. Career high 455 yards was Russell Wilson in football for the New York Giants. Now we're at 2-2 for Davison. Now the pitch. Low for a ball, and that's going to be 3-2. Now we're at 3-2 for Davison. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Got Rhonda Penmark. Congrats on the win today. Yep, absolutely. Thank you. What team do you cheer for, Rhonda? Just curious. Not really sure who you cheer for. As now we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. And that is strike 3 called. And that is going to retire the side. Another big victory. And also in the top of the 10th, got the Rangers at second base here in extra innings. And I wonder if I'm going to be following that game at this time. I may turn that game on my MLB network just to see what is going on. And looks like the Braves are on the verge of victory. Ryan Stanek is now the pitcher for the New York Mets. New York Mets absolutely need to win to help the Mariners' cause. And they make the catch, and he's going to third base. That is Josh Smith going to third base. That was a hit by Wyatt Langford. Looking at the Rangers game, and now the pitch, way up high for a ball. It's Jock Peterson is the batter. He is 2 for 3. As commercial break is still going on. It's going to be a lot of games to be watching. Now the pitch, way up high for a ball. And that's going to be 2-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is going to be strike one. And we are back from the break, and that's going to be Dom Canzone up to the plate. And now we are looking at 0-2. And the pitch, way inside for a ball. Now we're at 1-2. And the pitch, way outside for a ball again. And now the pitch. And that's going to be strike three called. And that's going to be one out. And now the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. Because we're at 1-0 so far. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. For the Rangers and the Mets, it's now Adolis Garcia that is now the hitter. And they have a chance. Now the pitch. And that is a strike. And now we're at RPG says, yay, Astros lost. They did. But now it's going to be up to the Mets to beat the Rangers. And now the pitch to Rivas. And that's going to be a ball. Stanek throwing his 100-mile-an-hour flamethrower. Luis Curvelo is on the bullpen for the Rangers. Now we're at 3-1 for Leo Rivas. Now here's the pitch. And ball four, take your base. And now we got a man on first base. And also, Rangers have just Adolis Garcia of the Rangers have now striking out. And now it's 2 outs in their top of the inning. And he did go around indeed. The Cowboy and Giants game was amazing. Yeah, I mean, Russell Wilson did Russell Wilson thing. First name Russell, last name Wilson. Mariners now have a half-game lead on the Astros for the division lead. Mariners have a very significant chance to get the division. I don't know about a significant chance, as now we're at 0-1 for J.P. Crawford. And the throw back to first, and that's going to be not in time. Mariners have had a previously disastrous road trip, and it's up to them if they want to survive against Kansas City. And now the pitch, way up high for a ball. I wonder if the runner was going. And Leo Rivas did not go. And I wonder if I'm going to try to do Mariners games. Even, I think it's going to be 4:40, so it's going to be really tight for me. By the time it's like 6 o'clock, it might just be over by then. Definitely not Tuesday. I will not be able to. On the 17th, it'll be 4:40. I will definitely not be able to. Thursday, I'm already out. And now it's going to be popped up and fouled. So it's pretty doubtful I'll be able to do any of the Mariners games, which is pretty sad because I may not be able to see history for Cal Raleigh. And now we're at 1-2, and I hope Cal Raleigh hits another one. And now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball, 2-2, and Leo Rivas does not steal. As now we're at 2-2.
Commentary on the internet. So yesterday, September 10th, 2025, it was
So much pressure that you would have felt.
a welcome to social.
Getting on that plane, everybody's happy. As Rick Bruce says, happy folks. There were a lot of
Now we're at 2-2 for Crawford. And now the pitch, swing and a miss and throw to second base, not in time. Crawford does strike out, but we got a stolen base runner in scoring position. Now we got 2 outs. Next batter is going to be Randy Arozarena. And now we're at 1-0. Now here's the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball foul. Now we're at 2-1 for Arozarena. Now it's going to be a foul ball.
And by the way, I stand corrected by our producer. The next 6 weeks, special moments for the next 6 weeks. That's where they're high.
Now we're at 2-2. And a 2-2 pitch. It's going to be a liner and foul. We got 2 outs. And Cal Raleigh, he would be the next batter if Arozarena prolongs the inning. Meanwhile, the Mets game. And now here's a fly ball to deep right field, and it's gone. It is over. The New York Mets have just won the game against the Texas Rangers on a 3-run home run by Pete Alonso. And now the Mariners pick up a game. They get more gainers on the Texas Rangers. And the pitch to Randy Arozarena. Did he go? He did not go. So, yeah, the Mets will win that game. So the Mariners will pick up another game. And I wonder how many games they'll be ahead on the wild card. Now the Rangers are going to be, I think they're going to be 3 games back if the Mariners were in it. No, they still, yeah. So we're at 3-2. And now here's the pitch and a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's going to retire the side. And we go to the next inning. And it's going to be 2-0 Mariners.
We're making half pineapple, half tiki tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is going to be tiki tiki. Tiki tiki with pineapple, garlic, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, the chicken. And we're gonna spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven. Let it run.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
Rangers are now 2.5 games back from the division. So if the Mariners win, they'll be 3 games ahead of Texas. And if the Mariners win, they'll be 1 game ahead. But then once you get to Kansas City, I sense a 1 out of 3. And same thing with Houston. That could also be a 1 out of 3. So they could be going 2-6. You would like to see them go like 3-3 at least, a pitch and a swing and a miss. And that is going to be a strike 2. Now we're at 0-2. And now here is the pitch. Way up high for a ball. That's going to be 1-2. And now the pitch. He gets under it. That's going to be popped up. That is well out of play. After this game, I will be taking off. I'll be done for the rest of the day. And thank goodness, because I'm really tired. And now here is Guzman. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. So Rangers finally lose. Astros finally lose. And now it's an opportunity for the Mariners to really pick up the game. I got to shave after this. Now we're at 2-2 for Guzman. And now here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be 1 out. George Kirby with already 4 strikeouts, 5 strikeouts in this game, and it's only the top of the 3rd. Brian Wu yesterday had an amazing game, 13 strikeouts. Now here is Rivero up to the plate. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. I did get a new Mariners shirt, and I'm going to put it on in moments. Reese B says, the Cowboys family got lucky. Giants deserve to win that game. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought the Giants won that game. The pitch, way up high for a ball. That's going to be a 1-1 count. Now we're at 1-1. It's a liner and foul. 1-2. Mariners with a chance to sweep the Angels and then go on a 9-game winning streak. Because now we're at 1-2. We're at 1-2. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be 2 outs. 6 strikeouts for George Kirby. Now here is Teodiso. Docio, the pitch. And that is a strike. Now we're at 0-1. And that's going to be a foul ball. 0-2. We're at 0-2. And now here is the pitch. Check swing. Does he go? He does not go. And now it's going to be 1-2. And now here is the pitch. Way up high for a ball. That's going to be 2-2. Now we're at 2-2 for Teodiso. This could be for strikeout number 7. And now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Another strikeout. Make that strikeout number 7. And that's going to retire the side. And I got to shave and change my shirt. Be right back.
Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
There's my shirt. The Buhner Buzz. This was on June 13th, 2024. Endorsed by the Muckleshoot Casino. The Buhner Buzz. Now here's Cal Raleigh up to the plate. Now here's the pitch. And that is a strike. And you would think that Hendricks is going to pitch a lot more carefully to him. That's what we would think. Now we're at 0-1 for Cal Raleigh. And now here's the pitch. Way inside for a ball. And they are pitching a lot more careful this time. And Cal Raleigh's now at 1-1. And the pitch. It's going to be way outside for a ball. We're at 2-1. And they are pitching much more carefully this time because they don't want to be part of history. And now here's the 2-1 pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to third base. And now the throw to first. And that is safe. And Cal Raleigh will get the infield base hit. So he is just a double and a triple away from the cycle. But I think we prefer him to just break that record. Just get it done so we can move on quickly. Now we're at Julio Rodriguez, who's got an 0-1 count on him. And the pitch. Now here's going to be a liner to left field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. And now Cal Raleigh could go to third base if he is, and he will. And now the throw to the plate, and it is going to be not in time. And Julio Rodriguez gets the RBI double to bring in Cal Raleigh, and the Mariners now take a 3-0 lead. Nice hit by Julio Rodriguez, and how about that hustle by the big dumper, Cal Raleigh, to extend this lead to make it 3-0. Hopefully just put this game out of reach so we can get the sweep over with. And not only to like just get this over with and get that sweep, but to also get the bullpen some rest too. Mariners caught a break on that one. I thought Cal Raleigh was going to get thrown out. And now here is Josh Naylor, and that is going to be a ball. Now we're at 1-0 for Josh Naylor. Now here's the pitch, and that's going to be right in there for a strike. And I kind of wonder how my fantasy football team is doing. Bo Nix is really doing well. Then I have Justin Jefferson left on Sunday night. All my players have already played. And now here's a throw to third, and Julio is out, and that's going to be 1 out. They're going to try to see if it's reviewable. It looks like they're going to challenge the call. It looks like he is safe. It's going to be a tough debate. It's going to be a tough call. Might be that left hand, but I don't know. It looks like Julio might be safe. I don't know. We're going to have to see. I think it might be overturnable. I don't know. Julio is safe. They declared him safe anyway. It was a great call by Dan Wilson. Got to give him credit where credit is due. Now here's Josh Naylor, and that's going to be in there for a strike somehow. I have no idea how that's even possible. It was not even in the strike zone to begin with. And now we're at 2-2. Now here's the pitch. And now here's going to be a blooper to center field, and it makes the catch. And is Julio tagging? Yes, he is. And the throw to the plate, not in time, and make that a 4-0 lead for the Mariners on a sacrifice fly by Josh Naylor. Nice hit by Josh Naylor to get it deep enough for Julio. And now the Mariners are just a running absolute riot. But the question is, can they keep up? Because no lead is safe. Improving the lighting, of course, because I don't think it really made much of a difference, to be honest. And now it's 4-0 Mariners. And it looks like they may just be running this game away with a sweep. But it's not going to be easy going into Kansas City. They're a team that will they're fighting for their lives. And now here is Jorge Polanco. And now here's a fly ball to left field. And that is going to drop in for a base hit. And could that be another double for Jorge? And he will. That's going to be his second double of the game. And the Mariners are still staying alive. It is one out, though. And now there's a great opportunity for Eugenio Suarez to get some hits going. Eugenio Suarez is now up to the plate. It's going to be up to the good vibes only, and let's give him some good vibes only.
All right, guys, good vibes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it.
Thank you.
Stretch. Now here is Eugenio Suarez. Now here's a liner to right field, and that is a foul ball. It just had to be fouled, didn't it? Suarez has 45 home runs, 109 RBIs. Most of those numbers came from Arizona. Suarez was on the last Mariners playoff team, and now he could be part of another playoff team. And let's hope so. Now the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's going to be 2 down. And now it's going to be up to Dom Canzone and see if he can give more lead for the Mariners, because nothing is going to be enough for them. Longest streaks in team history: 10 in 2002, 10 in 1996, 14 in 22, and 15 in 2001. They are now running on an 8-game winning streak. And how special would it be if the Mariners can just keep it going, win out for the rest of the season? Very unlikely. Now here's a base hit to right field by Dom Canzone. Here comes Jorge Polanco. The throw to the plate not in time, and Dom Canzone comes up with the hit, an RBI hit to make it 5-0 Mariners. And the Mariners just keep on going. Who says the Mariners cannot hit at T-Mobile Park? No excuses. And the Mariners are definitely showing that they got no excuses. Nice hustle by Jorge Polanco, especially with 2 outs. You're definitely hustling on that one. Now here is Leo Rivas, and that is going to be a strike. Now it's 0-1 for Leo Rivas. Now here's the pitch. Way outside for a ball. And that is going to be 1-1. And I'm talking to Jay Trident Podcast, and I'm saying about that T-Mobile Park ballpark suppression, the pitch, and that is a strike. Now we're at 1-2 for Leo Rivas. He's going to try to keep this thing going. Has a very good chance to do so. As now we're at 1-2 for Rivas. And the question is, can they keep it going? And the pitch, way outside for a ball. That's going to be 2-2. Now we're at 2-2 for Rivas. And the pitch. And strike 3 called, and Rivas couldn't believe it. And that is unfortunately going to retire the side. And now we are going into the top of the 4th inning. And it's time for me to go to the
We're
bathroom.
making half pineapple, half tiki tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is gonna be tiki tiki. Tiki tiki with pineapple, garlic, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, and the chicken. And we're gonna spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven. Let it run.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
Seven strikeouts, and we are back from the break. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the pitch. And strike 3 called. Strikeout number 8 for George Kirby. And the pitch. Up high for a ball. Now here is the 1-0 pitch, and that's going to be up high for a ball. And now the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. George Kirby is working on 8 strikeouts so far. He's been having a very efficient game today for the Mariners. And now the pitch, and that's going to be popped up and fouled. He has struck out the last 6 batters in a row. And now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. That's going to be 3-2. Now we're at 3-2. And now here's the pitch. Now here's a liner caught by Naylor. And that's going to be 2 outs. Now we've got Taylor Ward, and now here is the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Now we're at 1-1. And the pitch. Way outside for a ball.
That's pretty typical for Kirby. That fastball sitting right around 97.
And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. It's going to be 2-2 for George Kirby. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Make that strikeout number 9. And that's going to retire the side. Great innings by George Kirby. And let's keep this going.
SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code ROOFTOPSPORTS to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you.
And we are back from the break. Now Cal Raleigh's going to bat in this inning. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to right field. And that's going to drop in for a base hit. That might be an error. Joe Adell was not able to field that. And that's going to be a leadoff single. So they called it a single. Now it's going to be Randy Arozarena up to the plate. Now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. And that's going to be... Oh, he struck out. And Cal Raleigh has another chance to get the 2-run home run. Let's see if he can get this. Now the pitch. Oh, way up high for a ball. And that's going to be 2-0. Now here's a 2-0 pitch. And now here's a liner and foul, just barely. Now we're at 2-1. And the pitch, low for a ball, 3-1. And I think they're just going to walk him after this one. It's one more to pass the great Mickey Mantle. We're at 3-1. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. They're actually going aggressive on him. And it's going to be a full count, 3-2. Cal Raleigh has an excellent chance to get this home run or to get the record for Mickey Mantle. He will be the #1 man. And now we're at 3-2. And the pitch, outside for ball 4. Of course they did. And he gets on base. And now here's a ground ball, and that's going to be a base hit, and that should be scoring in more runs. Here comes J.P. Crawford. And Cal Raleigh will get into third base, and that's going to be a double for Julio Rodriguez. And the Mariners continue to extend the lead to make it 6-0. Now we're at Josh Naylor. And now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up to left field, and that could be out of play. And it is, just barely. And that's going to be 0-1. Now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball, and that's going to be a base hit, and that's going to score in Cal Raleigh. And I wonder if it's going to score in Julio. And now the throw of the plate, not in time. And the Mariners have now extended their lead to make it 8-0 on a single by Josh Naylor. 2-run single by Josh Naylor, and they are just completely running away with it. And they are continuing to put it on. And we got someone in the bullpen. Yep, we're going to have a pitching change. And now the pitch, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Now here's Jorge Polanco and the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. And that's going to be a foul ball. Yeah, 0-2. Now the pitch, that's going to be a ground ball. That's going to get right through for a base hit. Could be another double for Jorge Polanco. And that's going to be his third double of the ball game. And he is just absolutely on fire. 3 doubles for Jorge Polanco. You just love to see it. Third double for Jorge Polanco. What an accomplishment for him. And here is Eugenio Suarez to left field and fouled. That was close. Could have had a chance to make it a 3-run home run game. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. Got Eugenio Suarez doing as he might. We're at 1-1. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 2. Suarez is 0 for 2. He hasn't really done much for the Mariners since he has joined since that trade deadline. But his presence has gave the Mariners the advantage as we're at 1-2. Since joining the Mariners, he's batting 176 though. And now we're at 1-2. Now here's the pitch. And strike 3 called, and he knew it. And that's going to be 2 outs. And now we got Dom Canzone up to the plate. And can he keep this going as we would like to see? We're at 8-0 so far. Now here's Dom Canzone. And now the pitch. Now here's a live fly ball to center field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. That could bring in 2 runs. The throw to the plate, not in time. And that's another runs batted in effort by Dom Canzone. He scores in 2 runs, and now it is a 10-0 game. And this game is just running away from it. And maybe Harry Ford can get a chance to get some at-bats. He has now 3 RBIs in this game. He has as much as Josh Naylor, tied for the most in this ball game for the Mariners. And now it's going to be Leo Rivas up to the plate. And the Mariners are playing just complete small ball effort. And now Leo Rivas up to the plate. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. And maybe if the Mariners just keep this rolling, Cal Raleigh can have another opportunity to really break that record. It's something that you would like to see as we're at 1-0. And now here's the pitch. And that is going to be outside for a ball. It's a great day for the Mariners so far. They could pick up a game on the Texas Rangers. That can happen. And now we're at 2-0. And now here's the pitch. And that is a strike. 9 earned runs for Kyle Hendricks, unfortunately for him. Now we're at 2-1 the pitch, and that's going to be a strike 2. Mariners have I would say, just keep running up the score. Like, don't stop. Now we're at 2-2. 10 runs on 12 hits for the Mariners. Let's keep this going. I want to give Cal Raleigh another at bat as we are at 2-2, and now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. And we know it's going to be a challenge for the Mariners once we get to Kansas City. So good thing they're getting all the wins they can. And now we're at 3-2 for Leo Rivas. And now here is the pitch. And ball 4, take your base. And Rivas gets on base with a walk. He has been paying huge dividends for the Mariners since he got called up from AAA Tacoma. And now it's going to be J.P. Crawford up to the plate, followed by Randy Arozarena and Cal Raleigh. Let's keep this going. I have no idea who this person is. Looks like they're cheering, so I'll take that. Twitch audience. And now here's J.P. Crawford, and now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. J.P. Now we're at 0-1, the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and that's going to be a foul ball. As we're at 0-2. Next inning, Cal Raleigh will already get his third at bat. And I may have been drinking is cheering. So we're at 10-0. How beautiful is this? So we're at 0-2. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball again. That is going to be still 0-2. Assuming that the Mariners win this game, they will be at 9 in a row. That will be more than what they did in 2023 when they won 8 in a row twice. I guess we're calling it the Mariners Etsy Witch era, but I think it's Mike Cameron. As we're at 0-2. And now here's the pitch. And now here's a liner to left field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. That should at least get 2 more runs in there. 1 run has scored, and I think there's going to be another one, and that's going to be Canzone scoring. And that's going to be an RBI for J.P. Crawford to make it 11-0. Yeah, that was a nice line drive. That did just bring in 1 run, but hey, it is a run. Leo Rivas stayed at third base, and now we got runners on second and third with 2 outs. And now we got Randy Arozarena. What can he do? Just let this one out and end up with 94 wins, huh? Just went out, yep. And now here's the pitch to Rosarena, and that's going to be outside for a ball. Cal Raleigh will be on deck. He will be the hitter if Randy Rosarena stays alive. If he gets a hit, that's going to score in at least 2 runs easily. And now the pitch, and that's going to be in there for a strike. We want to give Cal Raleigh the opportunity. What I would like to see is Randy Arozarena, if you're a team player, try to draw the walk. And now the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Was Astros supposed to go to Mariners in a week? They will be there on Friday through Sunday. And then we've got, before that, they're going to be in Kansas City as we're at 1-2 for Arozarena. Now the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball. This will end the inning, go to first in time. But what an inning for the Mariners. They just racked up even more runs. And how many runs they scored? They scored 6 runs to make it 11-0. And let me have a little bit of a breather, too.
Taco lovers, this one's for you. Come enjoy tacos auténticos at Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, packed with flavor, made with love, and always fresh. Try our carne asada, al pastor con piña, and more. Topped with cebolla, cilantro, y a squeeze of lime. Pair it with a cold drink and relax at our outdoor seating. Perfecto para disfrutar. Find us at the Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, open daily. Ven con hambre, sal fies.
Your buddy is an Astros fan, huh? Oh my gosh. There we go. Oh man, I gotta crack my back. Oh, I cannot wait for my chiropractor appointment. Can't believe I still have soda left. 11-0 Mariners. Last 2 regular season series, it's going to be against Colorado and the Dodgers. Use that promo code Rooftop Sports to get your $20 off to go to the down to the wire games. That's where things are going to get really intense. You're going to feel that playoff atmosphere. But of course, they got to make the playoffs. Now here is George Kirby with only 57 pitches to Joe Adell. And that's going to be popped up into right center field. And Canzone will be there. And he makes the catch. And that's going to be 1 out. Dom Canzone with the catch. George Kirby has just been absolutely on fire. No doubt about it. He has 9 strikeouts. Mariners have now 216 home runs on the season. And now here is more. It's going to be outside for a ball. Cal Raleigh is now 28 years old. Every season that he's had a full season, he's been an average of a 30 home run hitter. The pitch, swing and a miss, and that's going to be 1-1. In 2022, he had 27 home runs in just 119 games. Now we're at 1-1. And now here is the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. And then you've got 30 home runs in 2023, 34 and 24. And now he's at 54. Now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball drilled to left center field. Forget about that one. A home run by Moore. And now the Angels get on the board. And not only that, the perfect game has been broken. Yeah, the perfect game was there. It was going to be there, and it just got broken up. It's going to be 11-1 game, and they do get on the board. So the shutout will not happen. And now I'm just hoping just get a win. Or a Mickey Mantle record broken is what we all want. Yeah, I was like, and that is a fly ball drilled. And now here is Davison. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is a strike. Logan Davison. Now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. And it's going to be a swing and a miss. Now we're at 1-2. $11-1. Not saying it's over for the Angels, but a comeback, you never know. Check swing, did he go? He did not. It's going to be 2-2. Now we're at 2-2. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Goldsmith, what are you saying? Now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And he just missed it. That's going to be 3-2. And the 3-2. And strike 3 called. And that is going to be 2 outs. And that is going to be strikeout number 11 for George Kirby. And he is just, again, on fire. Excuse me, it's 10 strikeouts. The question is, can he get to 19. He is 9 away from the record, Randy Johnson. And that is up high for a ball. So, but I don't think he's going to go for that record because Mariners are up, but you also want to save the arms of the bullpen and get them ready for Kansas City. And now here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike one. This is Guzman. The Angels are just absolutely getting humiliated. This may have just officially knocked them out of the playoffs as we're at 1-1, and now the pitch. Now here's a fly ball to left field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. And now it went from a broken, perfect game to now the Angels are actually getting some hits. That's their second hit of the day. Now here is Rivero. Now here's the pitch. And that is up high for a ball. Now we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. And that is a strike, and that is going to be 1-1. We're at 1-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up into right center field. And Julio makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 down. And that will retire the side. And we're going to go into the bottom of the 5th inning.
Taco lovers, this one's for you. Come enjoy tacos auténticos at Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, packed with flavor, made with love, and always fresh. Try our carne asada, al pastor con piña, and more. Topped with cebolla, cilantro, y a squeeze of lime. Pair it with a cold drink and relax at our outdoor seating. Perfecto para disfrutar. Find us at the Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, open daily. Ven con hambre, sal fies.
I am now at 65 shows. I'm unfortunately going to miss the next 4 because of, quote, don't quit your day job. But for the remaining, I should be able to do the rest. Astros, next 3 for the Rockies, and then the last 3 for the Dodgers, except for game number 160 because it will be my mother's birthday. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it to that game. If there are playoff implications, I may end up doing it. I'm going to try to work some magic for my schedule, but I cannot guarantee anything. I really just can't. And now we are back from the break. I have to go to Dallas this week, so I may not be able to watch the Mariners. Oh, boy. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to give you coverage either. So not a good week for both of us. And now it's going to be Cal Raleigh up to the plate. And now the question is, can Cal Raleigh get the record? He did tie the Mickey Mantle record. And wouldn't it be such a thrill if Mickey Mantle is to have that record broken? Or if a Yankees record is broken by a Mariners record. That is something that we want. And now here's Cal Raleigh, who is 2 for 2. And now the pitch, way inside for a ball, and they're just pitching right at him. And now we're at 1-0. Now here's the 1-0 pitch. Way inside for a ball at the dirt. And I think they're just not going to pitch to him. knowing that this game is pretty much toast, I don't think there's really a reason for them to pitch to Cal Raleigh since they've already lost. And they're already pulling out Julio Rodriguez for Victor Robles, and now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And that time they actually went to him. But they're trying not to give him a good pitch. They're just not. As we're at 2-1 on Cal Raleigh. And now here is the pitch. And that is a strike. He was able to get that into the corner. A nice frame job by the umpire. Or by the catcher. As now we're at 2-2. Now the 2-2. Oh, it was a foul ball. It looked like that was going to be a good pitch for him to swing at. As it is an 11-1 ball game. Now we're at 2-2 for Big Dumper Cal Raleigh. And now the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and that's not going to get anything done. And he makes the catch, and that's going to be one out. Would really like to see Cal Raleigh break the record today, but I don't think it's going to happen because I just don't know. It would be nice to see him do it right in front of his fans, but they're not going to give it to him. And why should they? Now here is Victor Robles up to the plate. And now it's going to be a foul ball. At this point, they're just emptying the bench. As now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. That's going to be 1-2. Now it's going to be 1-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to center field. And running is Joe Adell. He's going to make it drop for a base hit. And now it's going to be Josh Naylor up to the plate. I think the Mariners are pretty much done with scoring at this point. So I think this game is just going to coast along. As it seems. And now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. Wonder why they're talking about Chris Bosio. Now here's going to be a ground ball. That's going to get right through for a base hit. And now you got runners on first and second with just one out. It looks like in fantasy football, I have a really good shot to win. Now here is Jorge Polanco up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that is a strike. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. Way low for the ball. Josh Naylor has been struggling the past week, though, but he's really picked it up in this weekend. Now we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 2. Polanco has the hat trick. He has 3 doubles in this game. But let's see if he can get some more. Let's keep running up the score because now you want to do some tie-breaking implications. You don't want to stop there. We're at 1-2 for the Polo. And the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. We're at... This game is about an hour and 43 minutes in. As now we're at 1-2. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be fouled again. And Polanco is fighting it off the best he can. On deck will be Eugenio Suarez. As now we're at 1-2. And now here's the pitch. Low for a ball. And that is going to be 2-2. Now it's 2-2. And now here's the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that is going to be double play ball. Throw to second, throw to first. That's going to be in time for the double play, and that is going to retire the side. No runs scored this time for the Mariners. They're going to go into the top of the 6th inning, and it's going to be still 11-1. And I'll play the hat trick game. And it's going to go right there. I'm going to say 3. Nope, it's 2. And they told me thanks for playing.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And we are back from the break. Man, this game's putting me to sleep. It's a good problem to have because the Mariners are winning 11-1. And there is Teodosio. And now here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 1. Now we're at 0-1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. Mariners are on the verge of sweeping this entire series and going perfect in their homestand of would be 9-0. But they're going to go on a huge road trip against Kansas City and the Houston Astros. Now here's the pitch. And that is strike 3 called, and that's going to be strikeout number 11. And all I can say is for the Mariners, or for Kansas City, I'll tell you this. You better buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye. And now here's the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. Kansas will go bye-bye. Let's hope that Kansas goes bye-bye. And now we're at 0-1 for Mike Trout. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. Trout has had mostly a healthy season. He's batting .232 with 21 home runs and 68 RBIs. Now we're at 1-1, the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Mike Trout is batting, I already said it, but and he didn't even get the All-Star selection too, which was very shocking. In 118 games, this has been his first kind of could be healthy season since 2022, sort of. He's now 33 years old. And now the pitch. And that is going to be up high for a ball. He was born in 1991. Now we're at 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch. It's going to be a foul ball still. Now we're at 2-2. And the pitch. And strike three. Called another strikeout. Make that strikeout number 12 for George Kirby. And he is just absolutely on fire. He is now at 84 pitches. It's going to go in. He's going to be completing the 6th inning. He's got 12 strikeouts. If he kind of goes all the way, I think he might have a chance. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. And I want to see like how close he would be. So he's at 12 so far. Let's see if he gets one more. 3 more in the 7th, 3 more in the 8th. He could get 22 strikeouts if he strikes them out all. And that's going to be 1-1. I think at this pace, they're probably going to pull him out after this inning. But I don't want to waste the bullpen either. But of course, you want to give George Kirby some rest. And now we're at the 1-1. And now the pitch. And that is going to be a ball. It is now a 2-1 count. And now the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And this could be it. An opportunity to get 13 strikeouts. Now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be foul ball. Now we're at 2-2. Time has been called. Kirby's been throwing fastball 70% of the time. Now we're at 2-2. Now here is the pitch. Way outside for a ball. And now it's going to be 3-2. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball, check swing. They're trying to get that one last strikeout. He has 13 strikeouts. Maybe this could be it. Another 3-2 pitch, and he reaches it. And that's going to be a fly ball to deep right field, and that is gone. A home run by Peraza, and now it's going to be 2 runs for the Angels. And that just got out in a hurry. That was Oswald Peraza. That's going to be home run number 5, and it is now the Mariners 11 and the Angels 2. And now we got Taylor Ward. Now the pitch. Yeah, the Seahawks really did obliterate the Steelers. And it was a little bit luck involved, but they got it done. As now we're at 0-1 for Taylor Ward. Now the pitch. And that is a strike. As now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. That's going to be 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. And strike 3 called. And that is going to be strikeout number 13 for George Kirby. And now that's going to retire the side. And we are going to go. And that, by the way, his career high is 14. And I wonder if the Mariners, no, they won't let him do it. I know they won't.
Since 2022, I have been building the Rooftop Sports YouTube channel, and I want to thank all of you for your support and engagement. Without all of you, there is no Rooftop Sports. Now, if you would like to take your support to the next level, join my exclusive YouTube membership program for just $5 a month. Get first access to new videos, ad-free content, and exclusive insights from my fantasy sports, as I do play many fantasy sports leagues. Plus, follow along with my softball seasons like never before. You also get access to my own emojis to use to comment on my videos and my live streaming shows. For just $5 per month, become a bigger part of my community and get ready for unparalleled sports experience. Let's do this.
Oh no, looks like Greg's team might lose today. I really wanted to play him. No, would I have beaten the Langoliers team? Would have been tied for both of them. I get that edge. He gets that. He gets the strikeouts. I get the win. He gets a save. Yeah, it'd be like us would be down to the wire if I was playing against the Langoliers team. And looks like Greg's great team could have defeated me very soundly. And we are back from the break, and heavy clouds are in there. And now here is Eugenio Suarez, and now the pitch way inside for a ball, and that is going to be 1-0. I wonder when they're going to play Harry Ford, because the game is pretty much out of reach. Now the pitch, low for a ball. I think they're still going to give Cal Raleigh some at-bats to try to see if he can get number 50, get number 55 before he goes into Kansas City on the road trip. And now here is a 2-0 pitch, and that is low for a ball, and that is going to be 2-0. It's going to be 3-0, excuse me. And now we're at 3-0 the pitch, and that is right in there for a strike, and that's going to be 3-1. The question is, I wonder if George Kirby will get one more inning, but I doubt it. And now the 3-1 pitch. And that's going to be a strike again. And Suarez should have swung at that one because it was pretty much right smack dab down the middle. Now we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be just getting under it. Popped up. And makes the catch. And that's going to be 1 out. Next batter is going to be Dom Canzone. Now there's going to be a fly ball to left center field, and that is gone. That is a home run for Dom Canzone, and the Mariners have now extended that lead. Nope. Almost. His 3rd hit of the afternoon. Let's see how I think it was just a ground rule double. My bad. Oh, it was so close. Right on the yellow padding. And now here is Leo Rivas. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That was a double for Dom Canzone, and he is absolutely on fire. He's now 3 for 4. Batting average goes up to 288. He's been a huge contributor to this game with 3 RBIs. And now here's Leo Rivas. 1-0. Now the pitch. And that's going to be 2-0 for Leo Rivas. I think at this rate, there's a chance that Cal Raleigh can get his opportunities. I think if he doesn't get another, I think Cal Raleigh or Harry Ford should get in there eventually. Now we're at 2-0. Low for a ball, 3-0. Now we're at 3-0 for Leo Rivas. And now here is the pitch. And ball 4, take your base. And now runners are going to be on first and second with just 1 out. And it's going to be up to J.P. Crawford to see if he can extend this game and the inning and the lead. It's Mario Day in Seattle, and it has gone very well. It's like they've been on the stars. And now here's the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, double play ball, throw to second, and the throw to first. And that's going to be in time for the double play, and that's going to retire the side. We will go into the top of the 7th inning, and it looks like Emerson Hancock is going to be coming in. They're going to be pulling George Kirby, so you're probably going to end up using 3 pitchers. But I think if Hancock does well, let him pitch for 2 innings. Save the bullpen arms for the big road trip that they're about to have, including one of them is going to be a nationally televised game.
We're making half pineapple, half tiki-tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is going to be tiki-tiki. Tiki-tiki with pineapple, garlic, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, and the chicken. And we're gonna spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven. Let it run.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And we are back from the break. Oh, looks like George Kirby is still on. They're still going to give him a shot. Now the pitch. And that is a strike. And now the pitch. Low for a ball. Now we're at 1-1. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Leo Rivas goes to shortstop. JP Crawford is out. Now Cole Young is in the game. I think Cal Raleigh is still playing too. And now the pitch. That's going to be just outside for a ball. So, yeah, it's going to be Randy Arozarena, Cal Raleigh. I think they're going to give Cal Raleigh one more shot. And after this, then Harry Ford will be catching them. As we're at 2-2. And now here is the pitch. And strike 3 called. And that is going to be strikeout number 14 for George Kirby. And now he is just one strikeout away from his career high 15 strikeouts. Excellent pitching by George Kirby. And now it's going. Oh, and now, no, they took him out. I can't believe they did it. And of course, he's going to get the standing ovation. But I'm like, no, let him get the record. Oh, Dan Wilson, you dick. Now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. And Emerson Hancock is in the game. What's the magic number? That's a good question, Jake. I'm not sure what the magic number is. And now the pitch. It's going to be up high for a ball, but it really depends. I'm not sure what the magic number is. Looking it up on Google right now. And it's going to be a swing and a miss. Looks like magic numbers for 2025. The magic number, so they cannot get the division. They're not going to get the division. Now the pitch, that's going to be a foul ball. So they're not going to get divisions 1 and 2. Not even close. Like those are pretty much gone at this point. Mariners are about 4 games back. I think there might be a chance. There is a chance. But they're not really accounting what the magic number is for the top seed. Like they're 6 games back, so that's why you want to see them just try to win as many games as they can. And now the pitch. Now here's a liner to left field, caught by Eugenio Suarez. And now that's going to be 2 outs right there. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it does seem improbable. So they're saying the magic number. I'm trying to figure this out. Not really good at this, to be honest with you. But their magic number right now, and now the pitch. So they can possibly get it, but it's just not likely. Magic number for their own division is going to be 12. And now here's the pitch to Logan Davison. That's going to be a foul ball. In the wild card, their magic number is 12. And for the third wild card spot, magic number is now 11. Now we're at 1-1 for Davison. Now the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. They definitely want to get... You would definitely want to get at least the second seed in the division so you can at least get the bye for the division series. And now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. And I definitely want that bye so I don't have to burn as much PTO for the Mariners. Now we're at... And now the pitch. And that's a strike. And that's going to be 3-2. I don't know. We'll have to see. So now at 3-2. Now we're at 3-2. Now the pitch. And strike 3 called, and that's going to retire the side. I'm trying to see if they're going to do the God Bless America. God Bless America. I will sing it for you all. It's been quite a rough week for America. That's all I'm going to say. All right, if we're ready for me, let's do this. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Okay, now let's fix it. Home. That was really bad. And now take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame. It would be a shame because they're up 11-2 and Texas lost, and the Astros lost. 4, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Oh no, Dad, we gotta go. Yeah. So low way. Oh, baby, said we gotta go. A fine little girl, she waiting for me. A ship across the sea, and a ship out all alone. We never think they'll make it home. Low way. Yeah. All right, let's go. And we are back from the break. I think we need 90 to 91 to win division, 88 to 89 for the wild card. So yeah, it's going to be intense, but it's also, you might want to, with the way that the Mariners are streaking, as long as they can at least somewhat be decent on the road, there is a chance that they might be able to catch up, and that's going to be a ground ball foul. They might catch up with at least the Detroit Tigers. That's what I would like to catch up with, because they're just 4 games back, and the Tigers have been on cruise control a little bit. The pitch outside for a ball, they've only won one in a row. They're 5-5. The Guardians are just on fire. They're 9-1, and now here's the 1-1 pitch, way outside for a ball. So I wouldn't necessarily rule out the second seed. The top seed, I can understand getting that ruled out because Toronto is pretty much running away with it. And now the pitch to Randy, and that is a strike. So at this point, the Tigers are the enemy. But the Tigers won against Miami. So, but it's something to pay attention to. And the pitch, and that is low for a ball. I mean, let's look at the standings. And now the pitch, and now it's going to be a fly ball to center field, and that's going to be running. And he makes the catch, and no one was really talking on that one. Mariners are 6 games back, and they're also 4. I'd like to say they're 4.5 back. If you look at overall, and now it's Cal Raleigh up to the plate, and now he has a big chance. But with 11-2, I think they're just going to pitch outside of him as he hit a foul ball. As now we're at 0-1 for Cal Raleigh. And now here is the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And I don't even know why he even swung at that. That wasn't even a home run pitch to begin with. And that is 0-2. And I think after this, Harry Ford's just going to be taking some pitches. Cal Raleigh has a chance. Now the pitch. Low for a ball. That's going to be 1-2. Last 2 seasons, the Mariners have lost in Kansas City. And now we're at 1-2. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball. And is that going to be playable? And that's going to be well out of play. That looked good, sort of, for a home run. So in the last 10 games, since 2024, and now we're at 1-2. And now here's the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball again. And they're trying and Cal Raleigh's trying. We know he is. Now we're at 1-2. Now here's the pitch, and that's going to be way outside for a ball. Now we're at 2-2. The pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nothing going to get done. Throw to first in time. So Cal Raleigh will not get the opportunity for now to hit his 55th home run. He will not get that opportunity to break Mickey Mantle's record in front of us. So unfortunately, he's going to have to do it in Kansas City while on the road in a more hitter's ballpark anyway. And now here's the pitch to Robles. Now here's going to be a ground ball right to second base, throw to first, and that's going to be in time. Oh, no, it dropped the ball. He dropped the ball, and now it's going to be Victor Robles at first base. That could be error. Now it's going to be Josh Naylor up to the plate. He dropped it. That is an error, indeed. Now here is Josh Naylor up to the plate. The error does bring down the batting average, unfortunately. Now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. Now we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 1-1, the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. And that is 1-2. Now it's 2-1. Now the pitch. Broken bat, it looks like. And that's going to be foul ball. And it did break the bat. Now we're at 2-2. Now we're at 2-2. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. That's going to retire the side. Now we're going to go into... Oh, and Harry Ford's going to get his chance to be the catcher. And hopefully the Mariners can score a little bit more runs, get Harry Ford some at-bats. Yep, I saw that too.
Since 2022, I have been building the Rooftop Sports YouTube channel, and I want to thank all of you for your support and engagement. Without all of you, there is no Rooftop Sports. Now, if you would like to take your support to the next level, join my exclusive YouTube membership program for just $5 a month. Get first access to new videos, ad-free content, and exclusive insights from my fantasy sports, as I do play many fantasy sports leagues. Plus, follow along with my softball seasons like never before. You also get access to my own emojis to use to comment on my videos and my live streaming shows. For just $5 per month, become a bigger part of my community and get ready for unparalleled sports experience. Let's do this.
Player of the game is going to be George Kirby, no question. And we are back from the break, and Hancock is going to get another inning, which I like to see. And that is going to be ball one, and Harry Ford is now taking catcher. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. That's going to be 1-0, 2-0. Let's see what he can do with the framing, too. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And now it's going to be a strike. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 2-2, and now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball again. Now the 2-2. Oh, that hits him. I think I hit him. Nope. Still not hitting him. And at this point, I just want this game to end fast. Now we're at 3-2, and now here's the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball, and that's going to get right through for a base hit. Now here's the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. And now the pitch, swing and a miss. And that's going to be 0-2. And the pitch again. It's going to be a foul ball. Let's see how my fantasy football team is doing. Looks like someone is cutting it close. So we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. That's going to be 1-2. Now we're at 1-2. Now the pitch. Way up high for a ball. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Now we're at 1-0, and now here's the pitch, and that's going to be popped up, and that could be playable, and it is. Josh Naylor makes the catch, and that's going to be 2 outs. And Josh Naylor made a tag to the first baseman, the guy on first base, in case that ball was dropped, and he did kind of drop the ball, but the umpire called it out anyway. And now here is Mike Trout. Now the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. Because now we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball held deep to right field. And that is going to be Canzone making the catch. And that will be retiring the side. And it looks like Mike Trout will not get the chance. He will not get the opportunity to hit 400 home runs here at T-Mobile Park. So I'm happy about that. And we'll be back after this timeout.
We're making half
Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
with your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
Yep. Here we are, still on the break. And we are back from the break. Showing the Space Needle. And now it's going to be Jorge Polanco. Haven't had as much activity today as I did yesterday in the last few days. And that is going to be a strike. But it's okay. Just here for the consistency, not here for the numbers. As now we got Davison, who is 1-2 on him. And actually, they're putting a pitcher in there. So maybe Harry Ford will get a chance. Now the pitch. That's going to be outside for a ball. So they're using a field position player. You know this game is over. And now here's going to be a fly ball belted to deep left field. And nope. Going to be caught by the left fielder. And that's going to be 1 out. It was a nice attempt. Now here's Eugenio Suarez. And maybe this is a chance for him to get to home run number 46. Now the pitch, and that's going to be low for a ball. There's no way you can strike out against this guy, can you? Now the pitch, that's going to be a strike to Eugenio Suarez. Now it's 1-1, and that is a strike, questionably. And now that's going to be 1-2 on Suarez. Now the pitch again, way low for a ball, 60 miles an hour. What kind of pitch does he even have? And strike 3 called, and Eugenio Suarez, he struck out against the field position player. How could you do that to yourself? How?
All right, guys. Goodbyes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it. Thank you.
And now the pitch to Canzone. And that's going to be inside for a ball. No, that's just not okay. How embarrassing. Now here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be popped up. And that's going to be the third base. He makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. I just cannot believe that happened. How embarrassing. Well, now we're going to go into the 9th inning. This game is pretty much over, which I'm very happy to say. Don't know what to say. Just these long commercials, waiting for this game to be over. And we are back from the break. I think that's Green Lake. Yeah, it's got to be. Now the pitch, way up high for a ball, and that is going to be ball 1. Now 11-2. We got Legumina back in this game, and now here is the pitch, and that is a strike. As we're at 1-0 so far for Peraza against Legumina, and now the pitch again. Going to be outside for a ball. That's going to be 1-1. Sorry, that's going to be 2-1 to count. And now here is the pitch again. And that's going to be a foul ball. That's going to be 2-1 still. It's 2-1. Now the pitch. Way inside for a ball. That's going to be, I think it's going to be 3-2 or 2-2. Mariners came out on all cylinders. They scored 2 runs in the first, 3 runs in the third, 6 runs in the fourth, but they haven't scored since. The pitch up high for a ball. And that is ball 4, taker base. Now we got a runner on first base. They're advertising the Mariners versus Dodgers from the 26th through the 28th. Make sure you get there. Use my promos code, Rooftop Sports. Get your $20 off. Now here is Ward, and now here's the pitch. And he just misses it, and that's going to be a ball. And you would think that when the Mariners have their opportunity to win their division, I will be there. Or wild card. Now here's the 1-0, and that's going to be a foul ball. As now we're at 2-1. And the pitch, and a swing and a miss, strike 2. And they're doing the waves. Like, what are they doing? And now we're at 1-2 for Ward. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And down he goes. And now it's going to be 1 out. With the way this team is playing, especially what they've been playing at home, and what they've got, you would think, I don't know. But you're also going to play Houston, who's kind of got players back like Jordan Alvarez. And now here's Joe Adell. Now here's going to be a ground ball. Could be double play ball. Throw to second and the throw to first. And not in time. And Joe Adell gets there in time. And now that's going to be 2 outs. But there is an opportunity to get their 9th win in a row. They will have to go to Kansas City. And let's hope that the Mariners, after this homestand, assuming that they win this game, let's hope that they can at least win the series against Kansas City. You got to at least win it. You got to at least win that series. And now fans are standing up on their feet. And now here's the pitch to Moore, way up high for a ball as he had to fall back. And now that's going to be a 1-0 count. As we're at 1-0, and the opportunity is there to win this ball game and win 9 in a row, especially at home. They have completely swept. They're on the verge of sweeping the homestand as we're at 1-0. And now here is the pitch, and that is a strike, and there's 2 strikes to go to win this ball game. We're at 1-1. And this is for Moore. 1 for 3. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2, and it's game time. The Mariners, who had won 8 in a row, they're on the verge of winning 9 in a row. It all started with a cow. Mariners were getting some runs, 3 runs, and then 6 runs. Jorge Polanco with 3 doubles, and it now comes down to this, to get a game on Houston for the division. And now the 1-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss, strike 3, and the ball game is over. The Mariners dominate the Los Angeles Angels. They get the sweep to make it 11-2. They now have a game lead on Houston for the division, and now they'll have to go into Kansas City. They are going into Kansas City with 9 wins in a row, and let's hope they can bring this momentum to Kansas City. And all I can say is for you, Kansas City, is this. Buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye. Let's get this done, and I am just going to take off right now. Not many people are here to comment on it, so I'm just going to take a roll, just going to get out of here. And thank you very much for being on this show. Thank you, RGR, Roger21, Jake, and everyone else who had commented. No one really commented today, but I am going to take off, and thank you, and go.